Okay, everybody, when one of our own makes it on the big stage, it is my privilege, honor, and duty to make sure that everybody knows about it and we celebrate the achievements of our people. And Gabriella Babauta, her dad is from Agat, her mom is from Dededo. She's a Guam girl, 671 all the way, and she is a member of the dance team for the Washington Wizards. Go Wiz!
Go whiz.
Gibbs, man, congratulations and Happy New Year. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Okay, tell me first of all, you've been there now. How many seasons have you been, part of the dance team, part of the cheer team, and how brutal was that audition process?
So this is actually my rookie year, so my first year on the team, and the audition process was a lot more rigorous than I was expecting. We did a video submission process, and that was just to get an invitation to come interview in person, or not interview, audition in person. And then you did an audition round where you learned a piece and then you performed it right there and then. And after that, they made cuts for a whole week of boot camp where we learned another audition piece. We did more like dance technique workshops. And at the end of that week, we had a huge stage performance in the arena. So it was more simulated of what games are going to look like, where we performed in front of the judges, we performed in front of family, friends, and alumni of the Wizards organization. And that was just it was so overwhelming and that I kind of like blacked out the whole time. But
Which I guess is probably a good thing. You could just concentrate on your game.
yeah, I was like tunnel vision, like just like focusing in on myself the whole time. And at the end of that, like that's when we found out if we made the team or not. So everything was very like go, go, go. Like you did not have time to really like stop and even think about what like if you were gonna mess up or anything. You just had to like keep going.
Okay, where were you when you got the call? Was it a DM? Was it a call? Was it a SMS and everything like that? And how crazy did you get?
So when I submitted my video audition, I was actually in Hawaii with my mom, and we were just like on vacation. And oh, I did the original video, and then I did like a little slate, like "Hi, my name is." And within the 3 days that I submitted it in Hawaii, and I was still there, I got the invitation to come and audition, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess this is what I'm going to be doing when I get back to the mainland. I'm just going to go audition for the Wizards, I guess.
Very nice. Now, of course, you're a Chamarita. You've got dancing and singing and the performing arts basically in your DNA, right?
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
but what is your formal training? And do you have you done jazz, tap, hip hop, and everything like that? Like, what is your background that actually got you ready for this moment?
So, my background, I have been dancing since I was around 2 or 3, and I've trained in almost everything under the sun. I trained in ballet. I was a tapper for a very long time. I've trained in hip hop and like jazz and street styles. And then I went to a performing arts high school, and there we did more concert, contemporary, modern dance, more just more like flowy and I would say like a little weirder movements compared to like a commercial dance scene.
All that
But then,
interpretive stuff, or
yeah, all like the interpretive abstract stuff. And so after high school, I stopped dancing for, I want to say like 2 or 3 years. And I had a week where I just decided to get back into dance. I went to New York to do like a week of training and I was like, "Oh, I need to get back into dance." Like there was just like something in my intuition. So then the year after, so I guess last year, I was at a pre-professional program called CLI Conservatory in Massachusetts. And that's where we trained in like it was like 10-hour days of just commercial dance, and that was really where I had to like hone my skills back in.
is it challenging for you because obviously you've done routines and you've done like dance recitals and everything like that where as you said you're doing entire numbers to probably like maybe like a pop song length, so maybe like 3.5 minutes and everything like that. As a dancer for an NBA team, you go out there during like what timeouts and you've got 45 seconds to pull off like a whole routine. It's like like when Snapchat first came out, it's like, okay, make an entire video and entertain everybody for 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's
It's a challenge.
definitely No, it's something like I had to get used to because I'm used to a little bit longer time where, I can find where I need to breathe and I can find kind of where I need to like reset myself and rest. But when you have 60 seconds that you run out there, you do a routine and then you need to get off, it feels like a full sprint sometimes. Like even when I'm not doing dance training, but I'm doing like cross training and running or something, like I force myself to sprint so that I can keep that endurance up the whole time.
That's a great analogy. It's a sprint, not a marathon, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, how is it like now performing at that scale? Because, you're in an NBA arena, so, like on a really, really good night, you could get, close to 20,000 people, and depending on how hyped the game is and everything like that, really, really into it, and you're right in the middle of that.
Yeah, it was definitely intimidating at first because, I'm used to dancing on a stage where usually you're higher up than people. So you kind of have your eye line is different and it's easier not to see faces too because when you're on stage, the house lights are blacked out, so you can't really see anyone. But in the arena in the court, like everyone is looking down on you and you're flat and the lights are everywhere. So it was a big adjustment having to like just a different form of energy that I felt that I had to bring out, and projecting more upwards into the people in the 400s because the people in the 400s matter just as much as the people sitting courtside, like performance wise. So it's just a matter of figuring out how I can be my biggest self while still looking like an ant from so high up.
That's 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 a great analogy. Again, man, you're really, really good at this.
Thank you.
Because because depending on what, on where we are in the game at that point and what the score is and everything like that, you're carrying, you're representing the team, the city, you're trying to get everybody super, super excited so the Wizards can get back out on the court and, get the victory. You got a lot of
Yeah,
responsibility on your shoulders.
yeah, even we do t-shirt toss and we do dance cam, which is very interactive with the fans. And as a performer, I never have that experience. It was always felt like there's some sort of like fourth wall, but like when the Wizards are down, you gotta hype up the crowd and you gotta be like, no, like let's go, we got it. And when the Wizards are up, it's so nice to like feed into that energy and just being like eye to eye with crowd.
Wait a minute. So have you ever shot like the t-shirt cannon? I've always wanted to do that.
I don't shoot the t-shirt cannon. I have been working on my arm pretty well, so I can throw those t-shirts. But I that is hopefully a goal maybe one day is
Okay,
to
yeah,
shoot.
that's a good point because that's becoming a thing now because like celebrities or professional athletes will go like Caitlin Clark did that, Kelsey Plum did that for the WNBA, and I mean
Yeah.
some of these people can throw that stuff like way up to the rafters.
Yeah, hopefully by the end of the season I can get to like the 200s. Right now I'm sitting like pretty mid like 100s level, but maybe like I can throw it up there by the end of the season.
There you go, everybody. So if you got courtside seats for the Wizards game and everything like that, Gabriella's going to hook you up with a shirt.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so now you've not only been an exceptional student of dance, and now you're performing and you're sharing the passion. You're also a teacher of that, so you're giving back and you're helping young kids who want to get into the performing arts in the Virginia area. So tell me all about that.
Yeah, so this is my first year. Well, this is really my first year, just professional dance world in general. My first year teaching officially, and I teach hip hop and contemporary. And the studio I teach at also has a competition team, as well as I grew up doing competition, so I choreograph for them as well. And when I teach kids, I really want to bring more like just dance to have fun. Like we all start dancing because it's fun and it makes us feel good. And I want to make sure that kids aren't scared of their bodies and just bringing a lot of like, you don't need to compare yourself like to how one kid's moving versus, how you're moving. Every body is different. And it's just a matter of like how you hear the music and how you want to express yourself. So I want to try to bring like a little bit of a like a newer perspective, a younger perspective to my area and the kids that I'm teaching because I've had some great mentors within the past that I really wanted to gather what they have brought to me and I can pass it on to like the next generation.
Awesome. Okay, and then final question, because you represent so well, and like our island and our community and our culture and everything. As a former athlete, I'm so jealous of people that do what you do because like if we're out on the court, right? I'm an old school volleyball player. We can show, emotion on our face. And like if we're down, if we're up, like if we're a little bit tired and everything, you've got to do these insanely, again, compressed routines and everything, and you've got an amazing smile, you and all the other dancers, on your face like the whole time. How do you pull that off? You got to put aside fatigue, got to put aside like how hard you're breathing and everything, and just smile.
Yeah, honestly, a lot of it's just like my past training. I think I'm a very expressive person, just like in my face. I have like I cannot hide my face. It's like a gift and a curse. Like when I'm on the court, it's great because I can like if I'm tired, I'm just like, oh, I gotta smile through it and whatever. But when sometimes I'm just like, oh, like you can read it on my face. But I just like me, one of the things I practiced to get my facials is I would like lip sync to myself in the mirror and just think about like how I would dance with my face. If like that makes sense, just like a lot of
Yep.
like a lot of like ooh, 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 a lot of vowels going on when I'm dancing too, like A, E, O, like just a lot of silly tricks.
There you go, articulation. But if you need any other reason to smile, just know, Gabriella, because you've got 170,000 people. This is your heritage, and all of us are super supportive of you. So we're cheering you on, all the way, every step, and we're super, super proud of you.
Thank you. I always carry like the Guam love with me, and I feel support even miles and oceans away from everyone.
Awesome. Okay, real quick, where can people follow you on socials?
I am on Instagram. I am at Gibs Gibs dot Babauta Babauta, and that's really my only social that I have right now.
All right. So, Gabriella, we're again super proud of you, and we wish you the very best and continued success in everything that you do. And go Wizards.
Oh, whiz! Thank you so much.